Hey you guys, Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more of RimWorld, back with some more of the Mechanitor, where it's going to be a very exciting time around RimWorld. We're entering a brand new phase of Dweeb's existence. We're on Project GTFO. Okay, Project GTFO, that's what we're on right now. We're out of here. This map has been nothing but bunk. This base is a complete shambles. We're going to get in our vaguely camel-shaped spaceship that's really only half a camel, and we're going to get out of here. And I've been thinking a lot about my camel-shaped spaceship and realizing that historically nothing aeronautical has ever been camel-shaped, and I believe I'm seeing the reason why now. So you're sitting around NASA, you're actually a rocket scientist. People say this ain't no rocket science, and you actually are a rocket I know a rocket scientist. I actually know two of them, which is weird. But you're sitting around NASA, and you're like, I am in fact a rocket scientist. I am going to design a rocket or space shuttle or space station or airplane or something like that. Whatever it is rocket scientists do, probably rocket-based technology. And you're thinking to yourself, I wonder if I should make it camel-shaped. Has anyone ever tried a camel-shaped spaceship? And then you go and ask, I don't know, a zoologist or someone who's really knowledgeable about camels, a camel salesman maybe. And they're going to tell you, hey, you know what? Camels, not known for aerodynamics, nor indeed capacity in terms of storage. Terrible storage capacity, except in the hump. That's the only place they store things. Their legs are all spindly. Their heads are just, well, head-shaped. You're probably not going to want to design your ship camel-shaped. And I've gone ahead and ignored that. And now we have a camel-shaped spaceship. And I'm realizing the inherent flaws of this. There is nowhere to put anything at all. This just doesn't work in any way, shape, or form. We're going to keep it for right now. But when we go somewhere else, again, Project GTFO, when we go somewhere else, we're going to want to expand on this and maybe do literally anything but what we're doing right now. However, we are going to work on Project GTFO, and that's going to need several components. The number one thing is fuel. If we can't get the biofuel refinery up and running, all of this is academic. We can't go anywhere at all for this. Smog, while I'm thinking about nothing, can I get a death count on you? How long until you die? 6 days. Cool. How's our psychite doing over here? 50% grown. It's a very fine line, Smog. This is 50-50 right now. Maybe I can keep you alive. Maybe I can't. So apart from fuel, what do I really need to start doing? Packing things up would be one of the things we need to do. So I'm going to basically make the entire interior of the camel, small though it is, and spindly, into one giant storage zone. This is just going to hold everything. Everything is going to go in here. I'm not going to think too much about the people, the actual residents of our camel-shaped spaceship, because in my mind, all we're doing is going somewhere, landing, and starting to set up outside of the ship. So for right now, here's what I want in there. No food for right now. Later, yes, but no food for right now. Nothing rotten going in there, please. Everything else, except wood. Don't put wood in there, because we can get wood from another map. We don't need to take wood with us, per se. We can quickly cut down some trees. Everything else, what in items do you not have? What's in MISC that we're not allowing in here? Oh, toxic waste. Yeah, probably don't put that in there. Good call. Good shout there, RimWorld. Yeah, probably don't put the toxic waste in there. I don't think we want to put chunks or plants, and definitely not corpses in there. But weapons, apparel, all of those things, all those can go in there, especially the buildings, because we're going to pack a bunch of stuff up as we go. Okay, and what I'd like to do is start to make this... Do I want this critical right now? I think I do. I want to start packing up. I want to start packing everything up. So everything is critical. I just put everything in there. I could put a few shelves in. That will help with storage space. It's not the worst idea. First thing I want to make sure before I forget that we get is the Gravlite panels. So just delete that zone. Move everything over there. Porcupines. More housekeeping. Hang on. Slam it into pause mode. Ran into this when I was doing the Sanguiphage run. So when new DLC comes out, none of these benches or storage zones are set up to accept them. You've got to tell them to accept the new animals. So in the butchering spot, we want to make sure that we allow all animal corpses, because right now we can't put alligators in here. And that's a travesty. I get a dead alligator, there's nothing I can do with that. They're like, yeah, you got a dead alligator. What do you want me to do with it? Not set up to accept that. So I would like all animal corpses in there, please. All animal corpses. And then same again with the storage zone. So let's, no, not allow all. No. Just the corpses of all of the animals. Okay, so we can put all the animal corpses there, and then we can butcher all of the animal corpses. Do I have to do the same thing on cooking? Will we make stuff out of it? So meat, yeah, see, we're not doing that. No fish, no alligator meat. We need to have all the meat. No, all the meat, please. Yep, anything you've got, you can make food out of it. All right, so that should help. Now, because we've got porcupines sitting right over here not getting eaten. No, we're not going to eat the diseased ones, but we can definitely eat the fresh ones. Just pick the quills off of them. It can't possibly take that long to pick quills off a porcupine and then cook it up. Dweeb's into it. Dweeb's like, yeah, let's cook some food around here. I'm going to go get those porcupines. Are you getting the porcupines? Dweeb, where are you going? Dweeb. Oh, you're going to meditate. Really? You're a 15-year-old boy. What are you possibly meditating about? Don't answer that question. Just, I regret saying that the moment I said it. So, are we cutting trees down? Well, we've got them earmarked, and there is some wood coming in here. So trees will happen. Mech repair needed. That's the Militor. We can kind of back burner that. Steel is beginning to come in. That's fine. I don't specifically need it in here, but it'll do. It's fine. It's okay to put it in there. I just kind of want everything to begin to be moved over there. And I think we can ditch the art bench. You know what? We'll get all artsy later. Don't worry about getting artsy. What is this set at, by the way? Just normal. Okay, so they will begin over time to move things over there, and then I can prioritize as I need to. What you just put in there, some ambrosia. Okay, that's a perfectly good thing to be doing. And then you're taking the steel right back out. Yeah, because we've got other places for it here, including this. Yeah, that's what I needed. All right, we really need to work on that. Now, we are mining... Yeah, we've got a chunk of steel up here that we are working on. Is there anything else? Yeah, there's another big chunk over here. Let's work on that too. What, a mad boom rat? Do I look like I have time for this? Oh, he's right here too. Boy, that's unfortunate, because Doug is really terribly equipped to deal with that. Could we get the team out here, please? It's just the one boom rat, and it's raining, so even when it goes boom, I think it's going to be fine. Actually, hang on. Lumpy. Come back in here. Come back here. Yep, right in here, kid. Right in here. Door. Okay. This is fine. You guys are all coming over here, right? Yeah, line up more a little bit down here, because Lumpy... maybe the mech could not be in the explosion radius, and also... I can't make the tiger go somewhere else. Never mind, we've dealt with the problem. Okay. That was disturbingly close to a tiger. Just saying. Give me heart palpitations here. That was disturbingly close to a tiger. Don't injure my tiger. You can eat that if you want, Tiger One. You can eat that. You go ahead. I mean, it's been taken away from you, but go ahead. We're chopping up a porcupine. Very, very carefully, I must imagine. If you have been leaving me comments, by the way, about what to name the tigers, first of all, thank you very much. Please keep those comments coming in. Engagement is everything on YouTube with that whole like and subscribe nonsense that people say these days. However, I have not seen those comments yet, so I am recording these. Well, time travel is complicated, but I am recording these in the future, but it's really my present. I'm recording it presently right now in your past. Does that make sense? So I have not seen those comments. I'm going to have to go into the future to see those comments for the video that I am presently recording in your past, and also my past by the time I get there. I also follow a linear time, line. So I'm going there with you. I'm not just bouncing around time, much fun as that would be. So I have not seen those yet. Do please keep them coming in, and we will certainly name the tigers at some point. So biofuel, yes, all of it, please. Make so much biofuel. Make like 20 and then call me when you're done, and I'll probably have you make more. I think Beta will get in on that. Beta likes a bit of crafting. Lumpy, did you take a little knock? Where are you, kid? Yeah, you took a little bit of a knock. Are you badly burned? No, you have rot stink exposure. Hey, who doesn't? All right. And then you've a little tiny burn, and you've already tended. You've already been tended, rather. Did we get the tiger beds up? Yeah. The tigers do not sleep on the floor. Okay, they sleep in Doug's room. Doug is in charge of tigers. Doug is my tiger wrangler. So you can be Tiger 1, and you can be Tiger 2. Yeah, Doug, you live with tigers now. Just a heads up. You're going to wake up and there's going to be 2 hungry, drooling tigers just staring at you. It's a fun way. There we go. Is somebody feeding you, by the way? Yes, you have definitely been fed. Meals are looking okay, nominally okay. 42 simple meals in stock. We're starting to move more stuff over here. Grav light panels are going in. Why did this zone not be a zone? Be a zone. All of you be zoned. Okay, better. Good. I wouldn't mind seeing if I could get in another tank. And I kind of can. I can throw one right in there. I can't move these later, though. That's mildly annoying. Yeah, if I put it there, it's going to block the door. Put another one in there. Just to extend our range when Project GTFO is fulfilled. I'll want to have somewhere, maybe we can get a little bit further than where we are right now. Lumpy's fully healed already. Good job, Lumpy. Just shaking that off. A little bit of a boom rat explosion, no big deal. How's our regular Psychite doing? 31% grown? Okay. And the quest prisoners. This is really the key here. Hang on. Butch has got a secret. Okay. I'm just going to tell you right now. I don't want to open up a quest called Butch's Secret. I don't want to know. It's a secret, Butch. Keep it secret. Okay? Lee, you're a quest target. When do you leave? 8.7 days. Do I realistically think I could leave in 9 days, give or take? Okay, I'll look at Butch's secret. Butch, what is your secret? He's begging to join me. There's a threat following Butch. And Butch won't tell me anything about himself. Not even his secret. But he has a mining of 11. Well, dang, kid. Hang on, the pods are here. Did I order pods? What is this? Lipicog has contacted me. Hey, Lippy, what's up? I took 2 of your kids. I didn't technically abduct them. They joined freely of their own free will and stuff. He's gotten back on his feet, and he's rewarding me with 600 uranium and an architect arm. I say this about the refugee quests all the time. I always take refugee quests. Despite the chance of betrayal, which is not nothing. When they betray, boy, do they betray. They get on the betray train. Yeah, it's been a long day. They get on the betray train. You know what? I'm not actually going to try and say that again. When they betray you, they go for it. However, when they don't and they leave and they say they're going to give you a really nice gift, they ain't kidding. It's a really nice gift every time. I mean, it could be anything, but it's always something wicked good. 600 uranium. That's probably all the uranium I need for the rest of the game right there. And an architect arm. So hard to find those. Gonna see if maybe somebody wants an arm. I might want an arm. So, thank you. First of all, awesome. Cool. Can we get back to Butch and his secret, please? 11 mining. I'm reluctant to turn that down. He's going to be followed by somebody. Something's coming after Butch. But I got to feel we're accepting Butch. Butch, welcome. I don't know where you are yet. You're probably running in to tell somebody your secret. Man, Butch, there's a reason there's secrets. There's Butch. Butch, tell me more about yourself. Okay, you're terrible at any sort of combat. Great. You are a really good miner, though. And decent animals, too. Good, you'll be working with tigers. You got an artsy skill. You're not bad. I can work with this. It's not that you can't do shooting or melee. You're just terrible at it. We can work with that. I'll just give you a high-powered weapon and see what happens. You're already going to have a break risk. What is your problem already? What is your problem already here? No recent conquest. No, you're right. You just got here, dude. And you're soaking wet. All right, what is your thing that you believe in? The High Legion. Beta, you're going to have to work on this kid. He's not into our gig at all. All right. Did I also see you were a night owl? Did I see that fly by? Yeah, you're a night owl, so we need to adjust your schedule. Same as Smog. So you are going to sleep from 11 to 18 and then do whatever the heck you feel. You're already into some mining, which is great. And then also be on all the things that we're on. So don't wear ratty clothes, except for Mitsuya. Butch, this is not a secret. This is very easily revealed. But Mitsuya doesn't wear clothing. And she's not complicated. So she doesn't do a lot of complicated things. She just basically walks around naked. We've done entity containment. Yeah, we learned that from a book. So we don't actually have an entity that we're studying. But that's great. If we ever get an entity and I build a demon prison of some sort, I'll be able to better contain them. That's cool. We don't need to really go back to the research screen because I have no ability to research anything else. You, don't wear ratty clothes. And then, yeah, anything else is fine. Just do your jam, man. So, Butch, we don't really do conquest around here, per se. We're kind of on Project GTFO. I don't know if you've heard of it. You're kind of new here. But it's an exciting project where we leave. That's basically the point of the project. We just go away, Butch. And you can come with us if you'd like to. You need to go in front of Smog, because Smog's going to die soon. Don't get attached to Smog. He might live, he might die. What's the psychoid at now? Okay, 66% grown. It's getting there, kid. It's gonna pop 2 seconds after Smog dies. You know it's going to. It's gonna be 100% right after he dies. Right after. Butch, I don't know if I've got any spare bedrooms around here for you. I can convert the air quotes hospital into a room for you. So you can live over there. It's not a very good bedroom. But hey, again, don't get attached to it. Project GTFO, you're going to love it. It's really a very exciting time around here. And we're moving more and more stuff into here. Starting to move the silver in. Good. Oh, speaking of which, before we leave, let's finally get that silver vein that's down here. Shame to leave money on the map. That's no good. Don't leave money on the map. Let's make sure we walk out of here with that. I'm kind of waiting for whatever threat this was that Butch is so afraid of, what with his secret and all. I noticed you have a pink mustache, Butch. Is that your secret? Because it's not a very good secret. I can see it right now. Lumpy, you're over here desperately trying to do some mining. Medical emergency. Butch is joined. Butch is going to freak out at any point. And it's also quite hot out. Should we maybe turn the coolers on? That might be a good idea. Yeah, let's have automatic refuel on those, please. Don't really want to waste the wood, but we're going to do it anyway. We can chop down more trees. In fact, we have chopped down quite a few trees up here. Let's keep that coming, because we've got a lot of biofuel to be making, a lot of chem fuel. The Agrihand can deal with that, because it's not doing much else right now. It's broadly just taking care of what already exists. 71% Smog. That's pretty good. 71%. When is it that you're dying again? We've done gunsmithing. Cool. I will actually check in on that. Is there anything I can do quickly that would be valuable to us in any way? I'm not immediately... Nothing is springing to mind saying, do this. How about we just keep working on slightly better weapons? So do blowback operation there. And I'm reluctant to waste the steel, but why don't we get maybe one more gun as opposed to the bow and arrows that we're using? Somebody go make a pump shotgun. I dare you. Can we pack this up, by the way? We can pack that up, so that can all come with us. And on Project GTFO, we put a shirt in here, or a parka, whatever that may be, a pair of pants coming in here. Oh, speaking of which, I need to sort out Butch. Butch, you need to be number 1 on all the things you're number 1 at. You can definitely do some handling. Obviously, you're going to be number 1 on mining. That kind of goes without saying. Many people are. And everybody does the growing and the constructing and the planting and the whatnot, even if they're not very good at it. You could be a 2 on art. We may get you into an artsy vein. Can you do crafting at all? Yeah, you can. In a pinch, you're not great at it, but you can do it. You're not completely terrible. Cooking, how's your cooking? It's a 3. How about this? A 4 on that. If you have nothing else to do with your life, go ahead and make some food, but don't rush. Speaking of food, is there anything we could be murdering? A couple of turkeys and a couple of rabbits. Those guys can go down. Take care of those. Now what? Largely waiting for Smog to die. Yes. Check. Got that. I should put somebody who doesn't really have anything else to be doing on number 1 hauling. Sherman's already on number 1 hauling. Maybe Chella. Chella, I'm going to put you at number 1 hauling and back you off of mining, because we got Butch now, and he's way better than you are. He's just leaps and bounds above your skill level. So we'll put Butch on mining and Chella to hauling to try and get as much stuff in the space camel as we can do. This vein's almost done. I targeted the other vein up there. There's components we could get. I'm not frantic for them. We've got a quantity of components, but if there's like a quick one relatively close by, which there isn't, there is more steel up here though. Keep getting that. I can deal with components. Components I can buy from traders. But, and you know what, just get that one as well. Go ahead and grab that little vein of components there. Can we check in on the Smog death count, please? 73. 73 Smog. It's looking... Well, it's looking tentative, Smog. It's looking real tentative. We're going to work on a pump shotgun. That won't mean anything to you. And we're feeding the prisoners. That's good. Lee, and then who's the other guy up here? Zakar. And you're leaving in 7.4 days. Are we feeding you? Yes, we have definitely fed you. It's a mediocre prison cell. You know what? I'll take it. I will take that. It's an okay prison cell. It's not the worst prison Zakar has been in. Lord knows he's been in a few. Mitsuya down here, naked and researching. What exactly, when I say naked, what are you wearing? A hat. You're wearing a hat and nothing else. Well, you know what? It is very warm out. 83 degrees. I might go naked too. You never know, Mitsuya. Pants are optional in my world. And how are we doing on stocking up? Okay, things are happening. Are we putting fuel in the tanks? Yes. A little slowly, but there is fuel coming into the tanks. I believe we could theoretically launch now. Yeah, we could. I want to get more stuff in here, though. Probably what I'll do towards the tail end. Here's my thought process. I know, that's a terrifying place for you to live. But here's my thought process here. We're going to get through this prisoner quest. So 7.2 days to get these guys out of here. Because I'm not sure if I can take them with me, and I'm not sure we leave a forwarding address. I don't know if we can tell the royals, like, hey, those prisoners, we've moved them somewhere else in our space camel. So they live over here with us now. And the royals are like, yeah, we totally told you to keep them where they were. Lumpy's on a shoot frenzy. Neat. Did we make that shotgun? I thought I saw that pop up there. Did we actually... we actually probably would have put it in the ship, wouldn't we? Stop doing things. I don't want to look at Dweeb. Yeah, shotgun right here. Beta, you have a bow. Are you shooty? Yeah, you're actually pretty shooty. So go ahead and equip that pump shotgun. Maybe we'll make a rifle, too. I feel we're just accumulating steel at this point. I don't think I'm making anything new. So I could sacrifice a little bit to make a rifle as well. Somebody go make that, and I'll give that to somebody. We're repairing some heaters down here. Hey, we probably don't actually need the heaters on. Let's just go ahead and toggle all of those off. Somebody will get around to that eventually. Not quickly, but somebody will get around to that eventually. Maybe... do we want to store all of this apparel? Because that's going to take up a lot of space in a very, very tiny camel. The problem with camels, apart from the fact they are not aerodynamic, is they don't have a lot of storage space. We've discussed this. Your primary storage is in the hump area. You got spindly little legs here. All right, and an only nominally shaped head. So not much going on. More chem fuel coming in. That's cool. Low food. Really? 32? I mean, the tiger's eating some. Sure, I get that. The tiger is eating some. But it's not that low. Let's not put the... I want to keep that healer mech serum. Make sure we walk away with that. So don't have healer mech. So healer mech serum. Don't put healer mech serum in there. Go put it in the spaceship. And that way we don't walk off with that. I'm okay if we forget some things. That's fine. I'm kind of... do I really need all of the clothing in there? It would be smarter to put all of the textiles in there, and then I can just make more clothing when I get there. We'll see. We'll see how full up it gets. The answer is very, very full up, because, you know, it's a camel, and only half a camel at that. Anything new to murder? Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, the gazelles just wandered in. And that rat. And shoot a bluebird. It's a light snack. I don't even think you can get a sandwich out of that. I think that's a bite. But go shoot that bird. And eat it. Chella, in the freezer. Again. Again with you in the freezer, kid. You know what frostbite is, right? This is probably why you lost that ear. It probably was frostbite. Speaking of limbs, okay, we did get the architect arm. All right, it is over there. I don't think anyone needs an arm right now. I mean, Chella could have it, but you haven't proven your worth to me yet, kid. You got a prosthetic arm. Just be happy with that. Just live with that. Who needs medical treatment? Doug? Oh, it's your asthma. Yeah, sorry, dude. I'm not really going to do much about that. Maybe down the road, if we get some prisoners who aren't quest targets, I might harvest their lungs and implant them into you. Yes, I know that sounds a little dark, Doug, but that's kind of the nature of things around here. Beta's fine. Chella could use an arm, but I'm not going to give it to him. Bad back with you. That's not arm-related. Again, Doug, lungs, definitely not arms. Sherman, and old gunshot. And Butch, I didn't actually check on you. Aha! Well, Butch could have an arm, because your left hand is made out of wood. That's not very efficient. Generally, people's hands are not made out of wood. Almost overwhelmingly, in fact. Okay, we'll keep that in the back of our mind, Butch. I have a feeling Butch is going to have a complete freakout, because this is not where he wants to be. Yeah, no conquest, no execution, no slaves in the colony. He's happy that the kids are happy. But no, Butch rather is not really on board with all of this. Let me see if I can get Dweeb. Dweeb, what are you up to these days? You're meditating. Yeah, you're 15. You don't have anything to meditate about. Go repair your Militor here. I wonder if I could probably get one more mech built. What am I rocking right now? Another Militor would be a good idea. I've been saying that for ages. Yeah, I think we'll make another Militor. Just go ahead. Yeah, we're already on it. Dweeb, can you get on that, kid? Yeah, go work at the Gestator. What are you slacking here for, kid? You're taking all your time meditating. And you're 15. What the heck are you meditating about? Bulk goods trader. Now that I can work with. That'd be great. That's exactly what I want to see. Especially if that, whatever the Butch's secret threat is, shows up right now. Because they can kind of run interference for me. Sherman's up here doing a bunch of mining. Okay, we are getting steel. Steel is happening right now. If you wanted to shoot that gazelle who is literally nuzzling you, that'd be okay. Where's the traders coming in? Okay, traders coming in right here. And nobody in this colony can talk to people. Okay, just everything stop. I know, Butch is going to have a breakdown. Everything just stop. Mitsuya, you're really good at talking to people. So why don't you go down stark naked, except for the hat, and chit-chat with these people. I bet you're going to get a really good price. Like, who is this naked lady and why is she wearing a hat? I don't know, but I'm inclined to give her a discount. Just for the hat and the nudity. Mostly the nudity. So, where are you guys going? Could you, like, stop? Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, what do we got? They've got roosters, they've got ducks. Don't really want either of those. I would be inclined to actually buy some basic food. Just some meat. They don't have any components for sale. Okay, what can I sell them? I could get, you know what? I'm talking about the clothing. I could just get rid of a bunch of clothing. No reason I can't sell some of those. It's the middle of, there's that, I should get that lab coat. But if I give that to Mitsuya, she's going to be sad because she's wearing clothes. She's like, no, I don't like to wear clothes. Let's just sell off a bunch of clothes to make some money. And then figure out what these guys have got. So there's your clothing. Wood, I don't really need the wood. Wow, that architect arm is worth so much money. So much money. I don't really need this book anymore. And it does make people insane. I'm just saying. It is dark knowledge from the nether realms. And I don't need it. We've learned what we're going to learn there. So, I hate to give up a book, but I'm going to sell them that because it makes us go insane, is the thing there. Wow, that healer mech serum ain't nothing either. Sell them all of the ambrosia. Now, what do you actually have? I think it's going to come down largely to food, which is not the worst idea. 1526 back to me. I can also make a decent profit on this seal meat. Wow, that's kind of dark. If I bought all of that, that's going to be 1056. Okay, I can buy all of the seal meat. We're eating seal for a very long time is what I'm seeing here. And possibly some prairie dog. If I bought all of that, 556 back to me. And then we could just crank out meals for a while. Just go insane with meals. What else might you have? You got some herbal medicine. That's not bad. I could take that, but we're growing that. That I can deal with. Yeah, accept that. And then team, can we just do a mass rush? What do you mean? No accessible space. I thought I did that. Did I not do that? Oh, I didn't do it in the food. Hang on. I did the corpses, but not the food. Right. So we have all the meat, please. Okay, all the meat lives there. Very fussy sometimes when we have DLC. So haul that. Everybody needs to haul this. Okay, we just need to get this inside before it goes bad. It is actually quite warm out. So let's make sure we are getting this. And then Mitsuya, you're right there anyway. You don't do hauling, right? You're naked. So haul. No, that one was Dweebs. Okay, Sherman, get up and do this. That Lumpy's got that one. Never mind. Team, just kind of put all this nonsense together, please. Just somebody go get all of this meat off the floor and put it somewhere more reasonable. There we go. A little bit coming in there. So I've dealt with you. I'll tell you what, if that threat wanted to show up right now, that'd be perfect. A limestone meteorite. I'm not going to care a lot about that. I'm not really going to stress that one. So we'll just kind of leave that alone, I think. Yeah, we don't really need limestone. That's okay. Maybe I should have prioritized gestating another lifter just to get all of this stuff out of here. That's a thought. Okay, slam it into pause mode. I need another cup of coffee. Okay, better. Back to work. Back to work. Let's get a Smog death count if we could. You are looking at, 3 days. 3 days, Smog. And we're looking at 90% grown. Smog, it could happen. I'm not counting on it, but it could happen. How about the ones over here? Only 78. We planted those last. So those are a little bit behind at this point. Okay, we've got a bunch of meat coming in. Mitsuya, why don't we crank up what? Oh, they're chasing Butch. Good timing. Good timing. Everybody, go into the runaway dweeb zone, please. And all the mechs go into the runaway dweeb zone. And actually, let's put the tigers are already in the runaway dweeb zone. Good timing, because I've got a bunch of, well, I hesitate to call them friends, but they're not enemies. They're not enemies. Where are they coming from? Down there? Okay, they're going to be not super plus to see you come in. And we've got, what, 2 pigs and a guy with a gas mask. Fascinating. Well, the company you keep, I guess. So hopefully you're going to come right down here, bump into these guys, and have a real bad day. Because they are not going to be super... Are you setting fire to things? Oh, you are. That is very fussy of you. Now I've got to go kill you. Alright, team, it didn't work out. Mitsuya, Doug only has a spear. Team, we're going to actually have to go and deal with this nonsense and get the Mechanitor. Where's my Mechanitor on board here? Everybody come up here. They're just setting fire to things. They're going to blow up my wind turbine. That'll probably be Smog's demise. Hang on. Everybody come over here now. Everybody come over here now. Because now he's moving. Okay, if he wanted to move into range of where the other people are who might want to kill him, that'd be neat. You going to bypass these? Okay, you going to go around the... Oh, yep, you've seen somebody. Yep, this is where it's all going to go down. Hopefully, right? You're going to kill him, right? No, you're just going to go in and have a snack. Thanks, team. All right, everybody get the Mechanitor out first, and then everybody else come out here. All right, our allies are not as fantastic as we wanted. No, okay, everybody move. Hustle. That's a grenade. Okay, whatever happened. That looked like maybe an EMP grenade or something. And then Mechanitor, get back on duty here. So, Beta, where are you going? Just shoot him. You don't need to make a big production out of this. Mechanitor, focus on the pig, if you could. Okay, he's dead. And then everyone else just focus on this pig. Apparently, that's the problem, is the pig. Okay. Problem has been solved. Everybody off draft. Claim these. They were EMP grenades. I wonder if those guys would like to buy those. Probably wait for like a war merchant or something. So that boar we can eat, and the other boar we can eat. Oh, this is a good time. So Butch should be kind of free and clear now. And also, by the way, everyone can go back into their areas here. So home zone, you can go anywhere you want. Actually, home zone, anywhere, home zone. And then everybody here can go into unrestricted. Yep, even you. Yep, unrestricted. And the tigers are already in runaway dweeb. Good, we've kind of covered that. Okay, everybody back to work. That's even more food coming in. No bad thing there. Even more food coming in. We'll repair these things. It's a little bit of steel. Oh, by the way, our entire psychoid field is on fire. Sorry, Smog. Sorry. It was looking real good there, kid. We're hoping on the hydroponics. It's just they set fire to all of the high-grade narcotics up here. We're trying to put it out. We're not ignoring you, Smog. It's just we have kind of said our goodbyes to you. Not going to lie about that. 91% grown. I just need 1 cup of tea. I need 1 cup of tea to get this done. All right, just 1. That's all. All right, Lumpy's in bed. Lee, when do you guys leave again? 5.8 days. All right, that's fine. I can cope with that. Let's move on with Project GTFO. And part of that is let's make sure we got tons of food. So let's just, keep bumping this up. Whatever you got, make it. Just, I don't know, make like 80 simple meals. That'll probably work with what we got there. Because we also have rice and potatoes coming in as well, which is excellent. More things being moved over here. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about the clothing issue. Clothing is going to take up a lot of space. That rifle is also ready to go, too. Mitsuya, yeah, you're asleep. I'll wait till the morning. Except the problem in the morning, Mitsuya, is I'm not going to remember that I said that. So, that, and then we're going to leave, and you're going to still have a short bow. Trade caravan's out of there. Yeah, thanks for the help, guys. Thanks. Just walked right by the guy. Walked right by him with a snack. Yeah, that's your problem. He's chasing Butch, not us. I don't care about him. I get it. It's probably what I'd do. Actually, just walk right by with a snack. Okay, I don't really care. This is not my gig. Okay. What's the next best thing that I could do on Project GTFO? Should I begin packing up some of these? What am I realistically going to make on the machining bench? Probably not much. Let's uninstall that, and uninstall that, and uninstall that. Let's start getting the stone bricks in here, because I'd really like to land with a bunch of building materials. So delete that, and then we'll work on, moving those over at some point. This is all getting packed up nicely. Good. And how much room do we have in here? Oh, Mitsuya, are you up? You're cooking. Okay, probably go ahead and keep doing that. You know what? Actually, don't. Could you take a break and just get that rifle? Just so I know you have a slightly better weapon in your hands than what you have right now. And then you can get totally back to cooking. No problem there. How long on the mech here? 23 hours. All right. That's fair. No, could we please keep the power on? What are we missing here? The dude is literally going to die. Are we disconnected in some way? Is that possibly part of the problem? Yeah, we're disconnected from these. I don't even care about this heal route. Just run a power line right over there. We got to keep everything up and running here for this kid. It's not looking good. 84%, 95%. Please get that power line up or build this. I will take either one of those scenarios. It looks like this is going to be the first to go here. Yeah, a lot of clothing in here. A lot of clothing. Okay. Well, we can always get rid of it later. That will be Butch again, about to break down. Oh, he of the pink mustache. And more food is getting made. We're up to 33. I say more food is getting made. Not that much. Not that much. What else could I be doing? What else could I pack up? Chem fuel is still coming in. How are we doing on that? Yeah, we still got a bunch ready to go. Hey, Dweeb, it's Project GTFO. Don't bother sewing any of this. Find something better to do with your time. Are we sewing this one? Yeah, don't bother with any of that. We're going to have a decent bit of food, and the big one down here, definitely don't bother with that. All of these potatoes are coming in. This is all good stuff. All right, that was a little overkill on the power lines, but there it is. A little bit of overkill there. All right, we'll get it done. Okay, this is back on. 99% Smog. 99%. It could happen, Smog. It actually could happen. We might save your life. I know you weren't planning on that. Ready to harvest. Boom. Dweeb, you're good at this stuff. Harvest that. Okay, move. Quickly, move. Do all of the things, please. And boom. And yeah, just get all of it, man. Just get all of it. And go, and go. All right, cool. Put this up top. So make Psych IT immediately. And where is Mitsuya? Mitsuya, okay, you're working on one meal, but... Oh, Dweeb's actually working on it. Okay, when you're done, your next priority will be making that Psych IT. Smog, I know we're kind of down to the wire here, kid. How are we doing? 2 days. Okay, I need someone to make a cup of tea in 2 days. This should not be an onerous task. Dweeb, yeah, see, now you're eating, though, aren't you? Could you please... oh, Mitsuya's on it. Are you going over there? Yes, making Psych IT. Move, kid. Grab the leaves. Okay, and go over here. Do the thing. Oh, we have a baby tiger! It's 8 hours old. I didn't even see the pop-up. We have a baby tiger. Oh my god, it's adorable. Forget Smog. Screw Smog. I have a baby tiger. I have a tiny, tiny, tiny baby tiger. This is delightful. This is just delightful. Oh, it's a wonderful thing. Well, there's another name I'm going to need to come up with. Again, please keep those comments coming in, but I'm seeing them in the future. Hang on, Mitsuya, where are you putting that? You know what? Just drop it. Just drop it right now. Drop it. And I need somebody to administer that immediately. So administer Psych IT. I don't even care. Anyone. Literally anyone. Yeah, operate on Smog. Just shove this tea down his throat. And then I'll have maybe a little bit more to get him by for a little while. Oh, Smog, that was a near thing. He's up. He's up. He's up. Smog, welcome back. You have been out for quite some time, so I don't even really remember who you are. Okay, you got front of house skills. Yep. Mining, construction, melee, that kind of thing. Excellent. Just kind of do your gem. Are your things still set up? Yeah, you are still set up. Why don't you also be kind of prioritizing hauling a little bit? You're number one on mining. That's cool. Do that. But also focus on... Wow, this thing is a pit. We're just throwing stuff on top of the chem fuel tanks. Are these stocked up, by the way? 140 and 250. Okay, so we got a little bit more to put in the second one. And I'd like to have a little spare. You know, wherever we go, if we want to leave again, I'd like to have a little bit more set up. All right, Smog's back. You can go in front of Butch, because Butch is having a bad day. Now, I could like to have more coming in. So I'd like to see this come back in. So he can have at least some more tea as we go along. But even if I've got like half a dozen cups of tea, it'll be enough to get him through for a while. In fact, Smog, why don't we kind of work with that a little bit? So let's look at your drug policy here. Let's edit this. So where are you at now with Psych IT? You're doing it for addictions. Okay, here's what I want to do with you. I want to schedule this with you. So I want a new policy, and let's call this Smog's Tea. All right. You can have anything made out of psychite, but tea will be the easiest one to do. So Smog's tea. Make all of this go away. All right. Although we might come back to that later. Really just what I want is the psychite tea on a schedule. If you could have that, let's see, it's 30 days before you go in a coma. So how about every 25 days, which apparently is my maximum here. Every 25 days you have a cup of tea. All right, whether you want it or not. And don't ever do Luciferium. That's a ridiculous idea. So every 25 days you have a cup of tea. Also, the new lifter is done. Excuse me, the new Melitor is done. When Dweeb gets up in the morning, we'll get that cranked open. That'll be a little extra layer of defense here. Do I want to bother getting the chairs, packing those up? That seems excessive. Can I pack this up? I can. All right, uninstall that. We'll put that in the ship. And I see we've moved the healer mech serum over to here. I should probably just delete this zone. And then they'll move everything over there. I have to have a think about that. That might not be necessary. Are we going to get more of this? Yeah, we should be able to get this out too before we are on Project GTFO. Speaking of which, Lee, you're kind of our deciding factor here. 4.6 days on Project GTFO. Can I disinstall? I cannot disinstall the research bench. Let's leave that till the very last second. We want that to be one of the last things that goes. The beds, the research bench, and probably these tables, the electric stove and the butcher table. We'll leave those to the very, very end. And I'd like to ideally not go with raw food. If we could maybe cook all of it. I'm not sure we actually have anyone who can do packaged survival meals. Mitsuya, what is your cooking skill? Mitsuya, come here. Cooking of 7. I don't remember what the skill requirement is for packaged survival meals, but it's always higher than I think. So why don't we just see if we can make them? It'll tell me if I can't. Apparently I can. So let's do, I don't know, like 20 of those? Just make anything into anything. That's kind of what I'm going with here. Make anything into anything. So we can pack it up for travel. Project GTFO is flying along now. Doug, why are you making food? That's pretty much Mitsuya's gig. She's kind of torn between research and making food and being naked. She's got a lot going on. For an uncomplicated person, she's got a lot going on. What with the nudity and all. Lumpy, what are you suspiciously doing? Oh, you're reading the Chronicles of the Duplicator. Good for you. It's a fantastic read. It's riveting what it is, Lumpy. It's riveting. Hashtag riveting. It's just riveting. Now, are we likely to ever get this psychoid? Probably not. Maybe. So let's make sure, I'm sure the Agrahand will be on it at some point, but let's make sure we re-sew this. We might be able to get another batch out of that, and this should be ready to go today. I mean, today, game day kind of thing. We're moving even more stuff over here. What are we putting in there? There's the book. Okay, Lumpy was finished with the duplicator. Riveting, wasn't it? It was riveting. Riveting? It was riveting. It was absolutely riveting, but he's finished with that. He's put that away. And we're going to work on better guns, which is good, and more food is coming in. Doug does seem to be a little obsessed with cooking. And that's okay. You know what? It's all right, kid. Colonist needs rescue. Who? Mitsuya? What happened? Oh, it's food poisoning. Yeah, that's going to happen around here, kid. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Is anyone local, like the tiger? Okay, the tiger is not doing anything. The baby tiger is eating Mitsuya's food. That's so fun. I'm just going to eat this. Leaving perfectly good food on the floor. Hey, I get it, baby tiger. I get it. I'm going to have such a tiger farm. Tiger farm is going to be amazing. I'm going to have so many tigers. What were you? Were you female or male? Okay, female. So, yep, the potential for more baby tigers exists. I'm sure you have to grow up a little, but eventually you can also produce baby tigers. I've got a baby tiger. He's just adorable. All right, more psychoid coming in. Great. So that'll be a backstock of tea for Smog there, where he won't be falling over all the time. Oh, hey, Dweeb, can you go get the Melitor, by the way? And just pop that thing open. Might as well have a new one on deck. There we go. Melitor. Why don't you be in the home zone, please? And then, could we get this one fixed, please, Dweeb? We keep trying to get it fixed. If you could repair that, that would be great. Thank you. That's like literally your job. You are, in fact, a Mechanitor. Butch is on an insulting spree. Neat. I probably would be, too. Don't insult the tigers. The tigers are precious to me. They are very, very precious to me. So please do not insult my tigers. All right. We don't need holding platforms, and everybody's going to have a minor break risk. Actually, I say that. Beta, what exactly is your problem these days? 8 without a table, no slaves in the colony. Yeah, these kind of things happen. These things are going to happen. Okay, ugly environment. Yeah, well, we're trying to leave. Beta, we're on Project GTFO. If you chip in with that, we can leave. Speaking of nothing, the steel, wow, is cranked through that. Well, that's what happens when you put everyone on priority mining. And we got these. Could anyone just go pick those up real quick? You're resting. Before you go to bed, can you just grab those components? And how do we do on the silver down here? Did we get that out? Where was that? Yeah, it's down here. We got that out too. It's not a lot of silver, but, you know, I'm not going to leave money on the map. Sherman, you're digging at steel. Excellent. Butch, you're freaking out. And Smog is just fast asleep. Finally high. Finally, after all this time. Maybe I'll put Mitsuya when she gets better. I'm going to put you on more cooking than... Oh, you are number 1 on cooking. Okay, back off of research then. I just want you to process whatever we've got into whatever we can have. Whether that be survival meals, regular meals, I don't really care. Now, think though, hang on. When we land, we're going to have to hastily construct a freezer. Because these regular meals will not last that long. We can do that, though. That's why I'm bringing in all these stone blocks, which we haven't moved at all. We've moved no stone blocks. Not even a little bit. What is this? We have 1 seed in there. I'm thinking maybe I don't have clothing in here. It's just taking up valuable room in the space camel that I can't afford, frankly. How about we don't have apparel in here? All right, I know we just put it in there. Maybe you could just close this out, Dave. Then you won't have to scroll through all of that. Well, how about we don't have apparel in there? I know we just put it all in there. Maybe we could not put it in there. There we go. The lifter's taking it out. Lifter's like, I will get this out of here. Keep the weapons, stuff like that. And also, Mitsuya, you want to go pick up your rifle once you've had a snack, because you did just throw up everything in your stomach. It's because Doug's cooking. He's supposed to be in charge of tigers. And I believe he is. I believe nominally the tigers are well cared for with Doug. But you're taking a meal to inventory. You're also moving wicked slow. You know what? Just do your thing. Wow, Butch, you are already a big problem in my life. You're malnourished. Well, go eat something. You're drowsy. Go sleep. I know you slept in the heat. What do you want out of me, kid? I could probably put a cooler in your room. That's probably what you want out of me. I will do that. Don't worry, Doug. I will put a cooler in right there. So you've had a snack, and now you're going to get a little snooze, and I'm going to make your room slightly colder than it was. Everything will be better. Mitsuya. Okay, I'm going to back Doug off of cooking. I don't know why Doug is so hip to cook these days. You're on a 3. Maybe just don't. All right, just stop with the cooking. Could you actually focus on this, please? You focus on cooking at the stove. And let Doug do tiger-related tasks. That's what Doug is here for. Tiger and tiger-related tasks. Mostly he walks around saying, yay, tiger. Sometimes, woohoo, tiger. Occasionally, oh my god, awesome tiger. And then he just coos over the baby tiger. Which is possibly the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Ever. In the history of everything. Now what? Where are we at? Let's evaluate. Where are we at on Project GTFO? We've made strong progress. Okay, the ship can go. We can leave now. The chem fuel tanks are full. I'd like to just get more things in here. Also, I kind of need room for people, maybe? What else do I not need in here? Probably any of those bows. We don't need those. Maybe we don't store... This is going to get a little fidgety, isn't it? Show me weapons, please. Show me... No bows, please. Yeah, go down to no flame bows, no great bows, no short bows, no any bows. Just not going to bother putting bows in here. That seems like a waste. If I desperately need a bow, I can make a bow. What else could I get rid of? We're not going to do clothing. I kind of need everything else. That's the thing. So I either need to not have everything else. The tea is in there. That's good. I either need to not have everything else, or I need to make the camel bigger to accommodate all of this. But I think we're basically ready on Project GTFO. So food is ready to go. The next thing we'll move in there will be the food. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to make the ship bigger. Let's extend the body of the camel before we try and leave. So let's just do like this. And, oh, not enough. Okay, back it off, back it off. All right. That should be fine for right now. And then we'll do hull around that. I need more storage space. Again, camels not known for aerodynamics or indeed their storage capacity. So get all the food made, throw it in there, pack up whatever remaining things that we're doing. The research bench, the cooking paraphernalia here, and probably some beds. And then just basically wait for Zakar to leave. 2.9 days on Zakar and Lee. And then they're out. What are we actually getting for that, by the way? What is it that we're doing? Available, no. Active. Farming, steel prison. Okay. Another healer mech serum, some glitter world medicine, 175 gold. That's really good. A distant shriek. Oh, yay, the sight stealers are here. Yeah, so demons are on the way. Yeah, invisible demons. Did I mention the invisible part? Invisible demons are on the way. And that's going to be a thing while we're trying to leave. We're going to fight invisible demons. Neat. That's probably an excellent place to call it on RimWorld for today. Guys, do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Well, once again, it's time for Dave to do something catastrophically stupid, like take on a bear. And I'm pretty sure they're trying to beat him to death with a baguette, which is less effective than you might commonly think it would be. No, I'm not a monster. I'm a retailer. There's a difference, lady. Oh, what is that? That's like a person. Oh, hang on. Da-dum. Da-dum. Dum 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 da dum 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 da dum.